Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator, 55 to mine.
I smell fear in that offense.
Go.
Fear in that offense.
Be dead. Check. Let's go.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
53 at the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 53 at the mic. 53. Check 53. Here's the party now. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Gibbons.
Let's go, D.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight end left.
Haskins to throw on second down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. On first and 10, Gibbons. Open man, it's Preston Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Put that team on the punt. Let's go, let's go.
Second and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They come up now, third and 5, following the incomplete pass.
What we got? Check. 53 line. Check. 53 line.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
53 the mic.
From the gun, Gibbons. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
A run for Nick Chubb. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go. Set. Hey, come on. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long one.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Looking to throw on second down. Gibbons being chased out left. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Not here. 53's Mike. 53's the Mike.
Operating from the gun. Gibbons. This is caught by Williams. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the gun. Gibbons. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Howard. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Come on. 52's the Mike, boy. 52.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphin field goal.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Raiders on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He's airing it out for, and this is going to be intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
51 to Mike, boys. 51. Hey, 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 hey.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready?
Running from the gun with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Cooper's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
At the 44-yard line.
They go play action now. Haskins. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. On the carry, it's Chubb. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal. Haskins looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Incomplete. Xavier Howard out of recovery.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Sponge, no.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Amari Cooper. Incomplete. Xavier Howard out of recovery.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Get ready.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The final shot before break. Gibbons. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
The final shot before break. Gibbons. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's... Brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on first down. Gibbons. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check.
To throw again. Gibbons. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And again, it's Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Situation. Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Come on, the ball. Check. 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 Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Slam. Slam. Slam.
Play action. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable for Grant. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
To throw on second down, Gibbons. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On first down, Gibbons. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike.
2nd and 9 now. Got his man. It's Williams. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Howard has the first down and then some. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Check hot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They go with Howard again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Howard. Touchdown number 15 of the year. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Back now in the East Bay, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Gibbons. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Okay. I got one.
On third down, Gibbons. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joe Schobert able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
First down, they run with Howard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I hope you brought your left, 'cause I'm about to take you to school. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. 52's the mic. Watch Mike.
2nd and 1. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Operating from the gun, Gibbons. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 30 on 2nd down, Haskins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis. when he was playing Madden.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Fourth down, here's Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
55.
Running with Howard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Howard. And now running right through it. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Check three, check three, check three. Kill. Check.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. From the left hash, this from 39.